Well, we're 5th and 6th overall. There's a big battle in front of the race. We must drive carefully and just keep it safe with the tyre choice. A couple of spares in each of the cars. A lot of punctures out there, and we're just waiting for something to happen to the leaders, because it can happen to anybody out here. It's difficult to climb up the order, though. Most definitely, Guy Wilkes absolutely locked there, as you can see. A big margin behind him. Neuville looking likely to stay in 6th. We'll see what happens in the last few stages, which we'll have for you after this. Stay with us. So the last loop of the Yalta rally, the same as the first of the morning. Well, would that knowledge help? With only an 11-second gap over Mikkelsen before the last loop, Jan Kipetski drove flat out to keep hold of 3rd place overall. Fastest time on stage 12, 1.7 over his teammate Johan. As for Hanan, 2nd fastest time for the overall leader. Still fighting to keep Bouffier at bay, with only 6 seconds between them ahead of this last loop. The Fed increasing his gap overall by 5.7 seconds over the Frenchman, who took 4th behind Neuville on this run. Patrick Sandel without any problems, no punctures, a miracle for him. Sandel now showing his pace on this stage, stage 5, 5th quickest, 8.7 off the stage winner. The Swede moving into the top 10 overall after all those problems early on. Well, most of the bad luck on stage 12 went to Andreas Mikkelsen. A mistake on the last kilometres of the stage. He hit a tree with the back of the car, damaged his exhaust as well. Norwegian still managed 6th best time of the stage, but 9.4 seconds behind the winner Kipetski, his main rival in that battle for 3rd overall. Didn't hold him up that long, but the car was compromised. Mikkelsen now 22.3 seconds off the podium. And so to stage 13. Unlucky for some, you might say. Got to be careful. Yes, this is Jan Kipetski. Czech driver, outstanding, almost certain to secure his 3rd place overall with a fine stage win. 2.2 over Mikkelsen here. Podium place, battle raging on. 3rd stage win of the event for Kipetski, though, just to make sure. Andreas Mikkelsen, well, he just didn't want to stop pushing. 2nd fastest on the penultimate stage with a compromised car. Not bad at all for Mikkelsen, but with more than 24 seconds now separating him and Kipetski, starting to think that this battle for a podium place may well have already been settled. Thierry Neuville still very fast on the road, heading for a very creditable 6th overall. Neuville took the 3rd time on stage 13, 1 minute and 26 down overall, though. Yes, in 5th place, teammate Guy Wilkes, who took 6th on stage 13. Yes, Guy just easing back, really, knowing that he couldn't push too hard because the gap was just too big. So may as well settle for that 5th spot. Well, the fight for the top still worth pursuing for Brian Bouffier. Only the 5th time, though, on this one. 6.6 behind the overall leader and his main rival, Johan, who ran 4th quickest on this one before the 17-kilometre final stage. The Frenchman sitting 17.4 seconds down on the Finn. Their confirmation of how it stood at the top. Kipetski now almost certain to get that 3rd place. He has the luxury of being able to take it just a little bit easier because of Mikkelsen's problems. Well, with nothing to win and everything to lose on this stage, Brian Bouffier drove fast but without taking too many risks, he said. Despite his no-risk strategy, he still took stage 14. Seems that everyone else was taking it carefully as well. His 1st stage win of the event, finishing 2nd on the rally, 11.7 behind Hanan, enough to satisfy the Frenchman, who needed to earn big championship points here, and he got plenty. I tried to push on the last loop, but in the first one, Euro took a very good time, and I was never very good on this one. And in the following stage, I spun, so I lost a bit of time, and I knew that the fight was over. So in the last stage, I just drove to the finish, yes, without taking any risks. So really, I did a perfect job in the circumstances. Well, also perfect, of course, for the winner of this first Yalta rally, Johan. 2 stage wins, 7th victory in the IRC. Yes, a record previously held by Chris Meek, of course. A new record holder then of victories. Very pleased.
good, no problems with the car, and no mistakes, no punctures, and I knew that if I can get a clean run, I should be quite high on the results. So thanks for the team, very nice weekend.
Very good weekend, just like the one in the Canaries. Double event winner then, Johannanen. How far ahead would he be if the team had sent him to Corsica? Big question. They sent Jan Kopecky, of course, fourth on the last stage. The Czech finishing third on the podium, 11.6 ahead of Mikkelsen. Kopecky earning good points in the championship, only 3 points behind Hannanen in the title race. Belgian Freddie Loix, of course, not here in Yalta.
We are happy. Still, we need to wait for Andreas because you never know what he can do. But I hope this should be enough. Okay, third place is not bad. We are very happy because the car was, instead of the small problem, was completely perfect.
Well, pushing hard to hold off a very determined Andreas Mikkelsen. Yes, he drove at the maximum, even with damage to the rear of his car and to the exhaust. Second fastest on the final run, a testament to his form. Yes, finishing just 0.6 behind Bouffier's mark. No podium, but he's delighted with his tarmac form.
I'm very happy with the job myself and Ola has done today, but the luck wasn't just on our side today, and hit some gravel and destroyed the rear of the car and lost a little bit of time. But okay, we learn. I'm very happy for this rally because I learned tarmac, and I think my tarmac now is better than it was before, so I'm quite happy.
After a very hard rally, full of misfortune, Guy Wilkes had another problem on the last loop. Ninth on stage 14, 32.4 seconds behind the stage winner. Yes, what is sure is that Wilkes is happy to see the finish line at long last.
We had to change the wheel before the last stage because there was a valve and maybe we didn't get enough temperature in, but yeah, not so good, but at least I think we held on to the position. Yes, it's good to finish, absolutely. You know, it's been a long rally and we had bad luck yesterday and that really cost us.
Thierry Neuville lost all chance of victory here early on in the rally. Despite spinning out of contention for a podium place, the young Belgian continued to push very hard all rally long to finish 6th overall, 5 minutes 1 second behind the winner. As consolation, Neuville took 4 stage victories, more than anyone. Well, we got a good rhythm all weekend. We stayed in front early on, but we never quit in our push, and in fact we take more specials than anyone, so that's a good result. We've shown everybody that we can drive very fast and manage a race, and so that's what we wanted to do. We'll be back for the next event. Mikola Chimkik, yes, took the lead after stage 7 in the Production Cup in day 2 and was leading the category comfortably by 2 minutes and 17 seconds after day 2. Increased his lead to 3 minutes and 4 minutes after stages 9 and 10, but in stage 11 a crash put an end to his rally, and that was a real shame. On day 2, Voldemir Pechenik has made a constant progression through to the finish of the second day, but after Chimik's accident, Pechenik took the lead and kept it until the end of the day. 4 winners in 4 events in the Production Cup. While Yuri Shapovalov finished day 2 in 3rd place overall, but almost 10 minutes down. On day 3, he did his best to stay on the road and to avoid mistakes. Right idea. He finished runner-up here in Yalta. And Anton Kuzmenko had a difficult day too. Yes, falling, I should say, to 12th position and fighting all day to recover. Like all the others here, Anton Kuzmenko benefited from Chimik's crash to finish 4th. There's the Production Cup, how they finished here. Kuzmenko in 3rd place. Some good running. And it looks like this with Gonon, the Swiss, on 50 points here, ahead of Barros and Pechenik. Tied at 2nd apiece. It's close. The two-wheel drive cup, after 2 wins on day 1, an undisputed lead into day 2 for Jean-Michel Rau. Continued his domination in the category. More stage wins on the final day and an incredible victory for the French driver. Yeah, and his Renault. Well, all the team have been working very, very well here. But that's it. We've done well and we've won, and you have by an enormous margin. Buscadi also involved here, and Martin Carguer, who started the morning, 5 minutes and 35 seconds off the class leader, and would have stayed second, but he jumped the start on stage 11, adding to his 4-minute penalties for the rally, and ended in third place. Honda then leading this category and by 5 points ahead of Peugeot. Skoda absolutely delighted with this rally, and indeed so have we all been. Amazingly well organised, beautiful scenery and extremely challenging roads. The IRC will be back in Yalta, you can be certain. 2 drivers on the podium for Skoda. It all helps. Alan then is our championship leader, ahead of Jan Kopecky. We'll get to that in a moment. This confirmation of the overall classification, I beg your pardon. Alan finishing ahead of Bouffier there for you. Confirmation of that and the gap. Some of those who should have been further up the order, primary amongst them perhaps Neuville, the Belgian. We're going to see an awful lot more of that young man. Ill fortune for Gardemeister. Didn't really see much of him this weekend at all. There, confirmation of how they stand overall. 3 points the gap between Alan and Kopecky. Skoda 1 and 2, with Bouffier's Peugeot still functioning very well. Neuville down in 4th place. Guy Wilkes, yes, in 6th behind Freddie Loix, who was absent, don't forget, here at Yalta, but will be back. He's got quite a season ahead of him, Freddie Loix, and we know that he is a danger man to everybody out there. Skoda then, with an enhanced lead at the top here. It's been a close battle between Skoda and Peugeot, and it's 12 points now. Proton, shame that they had their problems again, their issues. Hoping for a clean run for them soon. They are quick when things are functioning well. Don't forget, we've got the rally review coming up tomorrow, midnight Central European time. That's 2300 hours, 11 p.m. in the United Kingdom. Hope to have your company for that. It's been special. My name's Carlton Kirby. Thanks for your company. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Japan.